Can you hear me?
What's it like to be crazy every day of your life?
I take a swig of the nerd so I can have some energy.
That's good. Super healthy. I don't get how you're not just cavity riven in those teeth of yours. Everything is about sugar.
No, it's not. I rarely
flavored.
have sugar.
It's all flavored stuff going down your gullet constantly.
This is blueberry pomegranate.
Yeah,
sparkling water.
I gotta have flavor.
0 sugar.
Look at still water. Just like
you know what's in this? Carbonated water and natural flavor. No sugar. You drink your berry water. See what happens.
Yeah, it is. Right from the tap.
Yeah, see what? Ugh.
Right from the tap. Oh,
that'd be through a filtered tap.
No, they do that for you.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
You're drinking feces.
Nope.
You know, when I came over and took a dump in your toilet, that's what you're drinking now.
No. It's from beautiful natural springs. No. Super hyper deep wells.
Those springs run through cow fields. We're drinking cow patties.
I used to bring in water with the water cooler, but nah. I don't like it. And I think the kids were getting way too many cavities from straight up water, from cooler water, from osmosis water or whatever you call it. Because it's not getting any kind of treatment, any kind of fluoride stuff. It's not getting natural spring additives.
You get fluoride when you brush your teeth and when you go to the dentist.
And you don't need to go to the dentist?
What? I don't need to go to the dentist?
Is that what you just said?
I go to the dentist twice a year. In fact, I've got an appointment coming up. You're lucky I'm here. I passed out twice on the couch. Once at 8:15. And then the wife went up to bed, and I just laid back down and was looking on my iPad, and I woke myself up because I startled myself as the iPad fell out of my hands. So that's it. We're starting now.
I was waiting for you.
I don't know.
You're the one that pushed it back so late.
I set the
yeah. We heard all of your insides with that one.
I set the time for 9:30 earlier in the day because I thought my wife would want to be watching TV. But she doesn't want anything to do with me, so she went upstairs.
Mm-hmm. How come we all run our lives around you? Why is that?
When else
the universe?
When else are we going to do this?
I had daytime.
When? Today? You're too busy going to Canadian Tire and putting up pictures on Twitter about that. Maniac.
No one was as busy on Twitter today as you.
Pay attention to me. I'm a Canadian Tire. Hashtag
you want to
lawn furniture. Fuck. God damn it.
You want to get Joe's attention? You want to see some Joe content? When he puts out a video, he is all over the social media, folks. All over.
No, I'm not. I didn't put anything out.
Oh my God. You were all over Twitter today. No one could say anything without you commenting on it. And how rare is that?
I didn't put anything out myself.
You didn't? Who did? Your manager?
Yeah, you did. You put the picture out.
Yeah, but you commented all over the place.
Stop.
Everyone's stuff.
No, stop. You said, yeah, but.
Did you say no stop?
What?
What?
No stop. What?
I don't know.
Take the hair out of your ears.
Your mic is over modulating because you bashed it.
Good. Is it on the ass cheek? Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was on the wrong setting.
Brilliant.
No
I
one
wasn't.
cares.
That was yesterday. I was at Canadian Tire, by the way.
Whatever. I read it today, so it counts for today.
Well, I put it out today. I was running late. I was sitting at the car dealership today.
Why did you feel you had to put it out?
For something to do. I thought it was interesting how they already have patio equipment out.
Dude, Home Depot. No, sorry. Lowe's had their stuff out last week, already assembled.
Well, that would have been interesting. You should have put out a picture.
No, because who cares? And you never told me you were looking for stuff.
I'm not. Well, I am. I will be. But I thought it was.
Which is it?
Well,
which of the three is it?
Well, I'm not Joe, and I'm not going to walk into the section and just point at shit I want and load it. Have someone load it for me into my vehicle. I have to wait for sales and clearance opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why didn't you buy anything at the end of the season last year? It's the time to do it.
Because I had a Civic.
So?
And
you could have rented their cargo van for $20.
Canadian Tire doesn't have that.
You could have went to Lowe's and rented their cargo van.
Well, I know what I want this time. I know what I want. I'm ready. I got the vehicle and I'm ready. I just need a good sale. And I need some parts for my barbecue too. Those flavor grates that protect the burner. 2 of them rotted away on me last year. 2 of them? Well, 1.5.
How old's your barbecue?
Got to get those replaced. You remember when I bought that. It's not that old.
How'd they rust out already?
Well, because
that's unacceptable.
They trap all of the drippings. And all the drippings cook on it, and that's where all the flavor comes from.
It should at least last. My last one on my crappy barbecue lasted almost 10 years before they rusted out.
Yeah, well, you and me buy different barbecues. We all know that. We don't shop at the same barbecue shops. Let me tell you.
I bought the good one last year, man. Prior to that, I had like $125 barbecue. Piece of garbage.
Beats me because they were porcelain coated. Am I allowed to
say porcelain? Yeah.
No, like give reference to anything that's happening in the chat to further this conversation, or would that set you off?
I don't have the live comments open, so
yeah, I don't know how you operate today. I don't know what mood you're in. So Mrs. Q Dog said she had to replace all hers, so I'm not the only one. Yeah, they were metal. They were coated in porcelain, if I recall, and they rotted out. And they're not cheap either to replace. So I got to find the right ones. Cuisinart.
Well, first you got to find the right ones.
Cuisinart.
Because when mine were rusting out, I tried to find ones that would fit and couldn't. So then I threw the barbecue on the curb and bought a new barbecue.
There's Joe. That's Joe.
Well, if you can't find ones that fit, what are you going to do?
Well, they aren't a necessity to barbecue. We never used to have them in our barbecues.
You make it seem like they are.
You could simply replace them with ceramic like plates, ceramic tiles, if you wanted to, or have nothing and just have your burner out. But Joe being Joe, this got a dent in it now, so that's gone.
Dude, you're the one who says you need them for anything with flavor. You get you freaking rock hard.
They are the highway to Flavortown.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, it's a scam to convince people that they want to have it and they need to have them in their barbecues. Like you said, we never had that stuff before, and stuff tasted great.
Well, if I recall, bear with me.
No,
our older barbecues over the burner was like another grill over the burner, and you'd put briquettes over that, right? And that would essentially do the same thing as these grates that we have now, but the grates actually stop flare-ups as well, whereas those briquettes would be flare-up central. Am I right? Yeah, get more food. Can we get more food in my mouth immediately, please?
These are pistachios.
Stop chewing. Stop chewing.
I feel like I gotta eat when I talk to you. So it's probably you. You probably did some sort of Pavlov test on me, where you've mentally trained me. Whenever I see your face, I gotta eat.
That's great.
Ring the bell, dog. Ring the bell.
We also have Steven. He's at his car dealership right now, working away.
What were you doing at the dealership today?
You know what? I had a recall. Well, it was like a software update that required a power shutdown of the module or whatever. So that's something that they have to do. So
why are you having all these issues with your car?
That's what I did. Well, it's not an issue. I don't know.
You had that,
and so while I was there,
you had to update
my
your
oil
nav map. You broke your freaking windshield.
Yeah, your nav map needs to be updated too, but
no, it's fine.
You're not doing it.
Dude,
that's not.
I've never driven anywhere yet where it tells me I'm off the grid on the map.
So you don't go anywhere, Dad.
Yeah, I do. I'm all over the place.
Nope. So we had to do that, and my oil was down to around 20%. So I said, "Yeah, go ahead, do the oil change."
Did they charge you for the oil?
Oh, of course. I don't have your deal. I don't have Joe deal.
So why didn't you push it off then?
You know what? For the first oil change, it's certainly only beneficial to get it.
There we go.
You know, you don't have to take it right to the bone, especially that first one. Yeah, let's get the oil out and make sure everything's doing good. Have a fresh bit of oil going on there.
He's no object for Bill.
Well,
I got mine booked for Thursday. So I'm going to drop it off, and they'll drive me back to work.
Yours are you got the Joe package. There's no charge. No charge oil.
No, that's what the dealership gives me.
Yeah.
You could have had that too if you went to the same dealership.
Yeah. Not that my dealership's great, but it just would have been inconvenient. I did take a picture for you though. Remember I told you about the B service that you're going to have to do once a year, and that's the big costly one. And we're not sure if you get that for free or not.
Why would I get that for free?
Stephen is asking about oil change already. I'm at 12,000 kilometers first oil change. That's pretty good, considering the old days you had to do it every 6,000. Anyways, the B service, that's going to cost $245 nowadays. And this is the service where I told you they just make up a whole bunch of shit and say it's a mandatory service.
Oh.
For instance, they replace engine oil and filter, service front and rear brakes. So that's the word, service front and rear brakes. What's that mean? No one knows. Rotate tires, inspect for wear, and adjust pressure. Inspect parking brake, inspect tie rod. Tires. I don't have nitro.
Yours didn't come with nitrogen?
No.
No, your summer tires.
No, none of my tires did. Oh. My shop doesn't have, they didn't bother getting the insurance for nitro. Inspect tie rod ends, steering gearbox and boots, inspect suspension components, inspect drive shaft boots, inspect brake hoses and lines, check all fluid levels and condition of fluids, inspect exhaust system, inspect fuel lines and connections, check expiry date for temporary tire repair kit bottle. What is that?
I don't even have one.
Maybe we do. And so they make this a mandatory part of your maintenance minder, and that'll come up twice a year, and that's a tough one to swallow. And if you don't get that done, whenever you try to get some warranty work looked at, they will go, "Oh, I see you didn't get your B service done there. See that we would have caught that, and now it's too late." Thanks, Steven, for popping by the live shows. Steven's going to go to Walmart and buy some stuff.
Go spend some more money.
So I wonder how that's going to work with your plan. If you're just going to get like, you'll have to do it, but they'll give you a discount of $70 or something.
I doubt it. Well, I don't know. Maybe if the oil change is included in it.
Yeah, the oil change is included.
Then they should deduct that price. Unless they'll probably go, oh, we already deducted that price. That's everything minus the oil change.
So my first Civic, I never did the B service. And then this last Civic, I did it, I think, twice. And then by the third time, it was just hard to swallow to do that. But yeah, when it's brand new vehicle, it's kind of hard not to.
Well, I think that's when you don't need to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when we're doing it.
But yeah, because I'm leasing, I might have to do it. It might be part of the obligation.
Right.
I think they said I have to do whatever pops up in that status window.
So another story about how great this dealership is, because Mrs. Q-Dog is saying by inspect, they mean just check it off the form. I check my vehicle in and we decide we are going to do the oil change. And I said, okay, but hold off on filling up the washer fluid. Don't touch that. He's like, oh, do you put Rain X in it? Yeah, I'm a Rain X guy, so don't put any of your generic crap in. He's like, oh, good, because if you put the blue stuff in, and it mixes with the Rain X stuff that's in there, it creates like a sludge, and that will probably wreck your pump. I'm like, oh, that's I never realized it got that bad, but yeah, for sure, don't touch that. And he's like, okay, puts it in the notes. And then after a while, I get the car back, and I get the forms, and I drive it home. And as I park in front of my garage, still have the old door, no new door yet, by the way. I just looked through the forms, and on the first form was the advisor's notes where he says, do not touch the washer fluid. And then I flipped the form over, and that's the second form where the maintenance guys go through their checklist. And under washer fluid, it says topped off and a big check mark. I'm like, what? What? What the heck? So I call him back. I was ready just to whip around and drive back. I said, hold on, just take a breath and let's do this over the phone. Because on that maintenance form, there was not only the advisor's name, but there was two other guys' name on there. Like one guy's doing this part, another guy's doing that part. So I said, I'm going to call these guys. Maybe it's miscommunication. Sure enough, I couldn't get a hold of anyone. I had to leave a voicemail. But they did get back to me. And he says, okay, I talked to everyone involved. The one guy the guy under the hood definitely did not top it off. But the other guy who filled out the form, he just goes along the form and goes, yeah, check, and checks it all off. So I'm like, okay, great. Good to hear that they didn't do it. In the back of my head, I'm going, so you got a guy that just randomly checks shit off without even, like, what's the point of the form then, right? They're just, oh yeah, he just checks it off. He doesn't,
Well, then why did you write top off in there? Did you check it to see if it was topped off?
How can I check it?
Well, if it's topped off, you should be able to see the fluid.
Well, no, I didn't look, but if it was, it would have settled by the time I drove back. Anyways, the guy assured me on the phone. He said, I talked personally to the guy under the hood, and he definitely did not top it off. However, he did give me an idea, though. He said, look, what I do, because I use Rain-X too, I take a marker and I put it right on the washer fluid cap. Do not add. Rain-X only. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, in case I forget.
So is it better just not to use Rain-X in case you get that mishap?
I mean,
I just use the washer fluid that I buy at Canadian Tire when I fill up on gas.
No, that's shit.
Huh.
Well, I'll tell you why. If you don't have anti-freezing washer fluid like Rain-X, you're going to have freezing happening on your windshield. I've literally had it with the generic stuff where you spray it and it just immediately does that chrysalis across the windshield. And you're like, what the fuck? What's going on? And then you spray it again, it clears off for a second, then it goes all over it again. So just go with the Rain-X, and then that is actually applying the Rain-X formula to your windshield, so beading happens, and you have to use the wipers even less. It applies the Rain-X for you. I've been using Rain-X for 25 years on my windshields. Totally recommended, but you always got to remember to tell them not to top it off. Now, that's happened before in the past where they've accidentally topped it off, and nothing bad has happened. I think the guy was being highly cautious, which is fine. So,
or you just make sure they're always topped up when you're going for an oil change. Everything
happens to me, and it's going to happen to me. It's just, that's the kind of luck I have, right? So, well, when you got the big rig, keeping the washer fluid full is difficult because you're constantly blowing it on the back window and on the front. Put that cheek back down. Put that cheek back down. That is so rude. Mrs. Q Dog.
I'm not doing anything.
Is aware of that. But
I barely moved. I don't know how you even noticed.
Oh, I don't know how. Melissa did ask how long it's going to take for the garage door to come in. I got a phone call today. They ordered it on Monday, and it will be in and installed next Thursday. There's this ordering process and then a shipping process. So no doors in town. So that's going to happen on Thursday. So very exciting. I guess I have to get a whole bunch of cash together. You got experience with walking around with tons of cash.
You're not going to be at work on Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Oh.
So why don't you lend me some of your cash? How do you keep it in bundles? How many bundles would it make?
You see when Mayweather walks around, I just keep it in a bag and carry it over my shoulder.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I had the daughter's vanity installed today. Partially installed. Man. This guy's been this is his. He was supposed to come 2 prior times and had 2 medical excuses. So this time he came, but the drawers were too short. So he has to come back on Saturday now with the new drawers.
How old were you when your vanity got installed permanently?
When I was at home, we had the same vanity the entire time I lived there. And I shared it with my mom and dad and 2 brothers.
I don't know. I think your vanity runs pretty deep.
So
I think it's ingrained.
And the walls had purple tiles. So there you go. Lovely.
I think your vanity has only grown through the years.
Really? Is it adult height or is it builder height?
Oh, you surpassed adult height.
And then I replaced the plumbing underneath my son's vanity.
Right.
And it's still fucking leaking. And it's still leaking. And it doesn't make any sense. It's like a pressure or something. It's like there's a backflow of pressure or something that's causing it to leak where it shouldn't even really be leaking. So I'm at a loss for what to do next now.
That doesn't make sense.
So it doesn't.
It's above the whatchamacallit, the trap.
I replaced all the PVC piping under there. So it's the part that comes out of the wall. You got the trap. And then after the curve of the trap going up towards the bottom of the sink, there's a piece of that trap that goes up, and the part that comes down from the sink goes into that PVC, and it's screwed together. It's coming where it's screwed together, even when there's no water running. Like you could run the water and nothing will leak. and it could not leak for maybe a couple hours. And then you'll come back later without even using it, and there's literally a centimeter of water in the bucket under the sink for no reason, coming out of that little part that's the part that's screwed into above the trap. Does that make any sense?
No.
Yeah.
Are you saying like that's from the overflow, the sink overflow valve where it goes in?
No, the sink doesn't. It actually doesn't have an overflow.
They don't cut overflows into marble sinks?
Not into this one.
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Shoving more caulk into it?
Tried to. Like, I got plumber's tape, all that shit. I cranked it tight. Doesn't make sense. Some sort of backflow is happening. I don't know. Back pressure into the house or something.
Yeah, but that means it would force its way even up through the trap angle, which that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mrs. Q-Dog asks if you have your vanities, if they're custom made. Or did you buy them off the shelf? He's had to have got them custom made. Look who we're talking to here. There's no way you just pick them off the shelf, right?
No, I went to a manufacturer in Mississauga. It's not custom made. They got a whole bunch of different styles, and we just picked out a style. That's all.
Yeah, but they custom cut the length as well as the sinkhole.
They're not doing the countertop, but they just did the actual vanity.
Oh, we're talking the vanity.
The cabinet part. The cabinet portion, sorry. Yeah, well, they got to make it to the width of the wall section, right?
Well, you can go to like Home Depot and buy vanities off the shelf, pre-made.
No, we've used these guys before.
Oh, I know.
And stupidly, my wife went back to them again.
There's no way you're buying off the shelf.
And then I'm the one that has to deal with dealing with these dummies, man.
You should hire more people to go in there.
I know I should. This bathroom is frustrating the hell out of me.
Can you do up a top 10 list of things you want to see done in the bathroom?
Yeah, nothing. Well, 8 of them have been done already.
Man. Just to see a document of that home life. And we're talking about the Kardashians. You know, that show had like 1 billion viewers. Imagine this show going on of Joe's priorities and
I vacuumed the main floor today, and I washed the dog. And I didn't have time to go to the gym now.
Oh, Christ. You want to talk vacuums? I'll talk vacuums with you. Let me tell you.
I'll talk vacuums.
Let me goddamn well tell you. I'll talk vacuums. My good old Dyson, which I've had for a while, and I espoused the greatness of it to you just this week, talking about it. For some reason, you said you won't spend the money on a Dyson, yet you throw money at other things wildly without any kind of regard, and not at things that are awesome like a Dyson vacuum. Mine it just didn't seem to have the same feel as it used to. Now, I know I got to clean the beater bar out because it has like a wig's worth of hair in the beater bar. So I got to do that. But I had been forgetting about its filters. So there's one permanent HEPA filter in it that you don't have to change. But I took that out and I like banged it around and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Put that back. And then there is another filter that you're just supposed to rinse out every 6 months. And it's all over the vacuum. It says, you must do this every 6 months. Do this 6 months. There's stickers everywhere. I hadn't done it in probably 5 years. So I did that. I cleaned that out. And then you let it dry for 24 hours. Did that. Put it back in. Put the HEPA back in. Cleaned out the beater bar. I was going to take a picture of the hair that was in there because it was astounding. And I had just cleaned it out. It's just, am I losing my hair or what? But it was insane the amount of hair in there. got that all cleared out, put it all back together, and this vacuum was yanking on the carpet so hard, my forearm muscles were pulsating, veins were popping as I'm pulling the vacuum back across the carpet. It was amazing. It was back to its old self, and I did the whole house. I didn't stop. I was just going to do the living room. I'm like, I'm keeping going. It was good times. That thing, man, Dyson, that vacuum is a son of a bitch in a good way. Can't recommend them enough. If you're going to spend money on something, send it to Dyson, because it's doing it. It pulls on that carpet. How's my video doing? Well,
I was trying to power off my phone. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So how was Wayne's World?
What?
You must have seen Wayne's World like within the last day or so. No? Was it the Saturday Night Live rerun on Saturday? They showed an old one?
Did they?
What happened?
You know what I was thinking about today?
No, I wanted you to explain that thing that you pumped out. You had to know.
What?
You went in your undershirt, dude.
Yeah, I was in my undershirt and pajama pants.
What's next? Are you just going to take it all off?
Did I have to get dressed up?
Do you have to be bursting out of a shirt? Huh?
Whatever I wear, you're going to say something anyway. So,
am I? Let me just point over here.
I had a sweater on.
I'm pointing. Oh. It's ridiculous.
If I had a sweater on, you'd be saying, "What's with the sweater and the sleeves rolled up?"
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you say that at work. What's with the sleeves rolled up? I got to deal with with whatever I'm doing or wearing with you. So, listen.
If you put that much effort into any of the other projects that I partner with you, I would fall off the chair.
What effort?
Exactly. Took you. We got a 2-day improvement on the last episode. You published within 5 days of recording.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big improvement.
And the other day when you put out a tweet that you got 45 minutes to play Beat Saber.
You go to the gym every day.
You could have put it out.
You go to the gym every day. I'm not allowed to do my gym. That's my gym. Once a month.
You could have put the audio
out. That was the 45 minutes I had.
If you're doing it once a month, don't bother.
Thank you.
It's not doing anything for you.
Well, I do the best I can.
I'm not saying that to be mean to you. I would say that to anybody.
Some of us don't have all day as Joe time.
Then you go at nighttime.
We don't have nighttime. We are constantly in full responsibility mode for ourselves and our households, not checkout. I punch in the morning and punch out at 9:15. Then I punch back in at 4:30. Dinner ready? Okay. I'm going to play Uncharted until dinner's ready.
None of that happens. Well, my friend did recommend playing Life is Strange. He just finished it.
I'd like to do that.
So I was going to do that tonight, but then ran out of time.
A big hello to my friend Jared, all the way in New Zealand, who's checking in with you.
You know what I was thinking about today? When are you going to get back into the dating scene?
Is that what you were thinking about today?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Tell me how.
Go online.
Why don't you hook me up with something?
Go online. I don't know anybody who's single.
Online doesn't work. Just doesn't.
What do you mean? That's where I met my wife.
Maybe if I were to wear my undershirt on YouTube and flash some bicep holding a marker, I'd get somewhere. But
Well,
help a brother out, dude.
try that.
Yeah, help a brother out.
Go online.
It doesn't work.
I recommend it.
Nothing works. Nothing works. You need someone to set you up is the
No,
deal.
you don't. That's
And
the
you're
worst.
too busy looking
That's
after
the worst.
Joe.
You don't want to be set up by anybody. That just makes things awkward for everybody. Go online. Go to eHarmony.
You know what I was thinking today?
We'll do a profile together. We'll do.
You know what
that
I was thinking?
online.
eHarmony? What? Who's paying for that?
I did.
You're gonna. You did.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pay for mine?
No,
I'm not paying for
not that much.
eHarmony.
It's not that much.
Really? How much is it?
I don't know. 100 and change
A month?
for a year.
No, probably not nowadays.
And then, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
Do something.
I'm more than happy.
You got to get out there again.
Why?
Oh, why not?
Well,
Because it'll take all your attention away from me.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Someone is fascinating, and I am drawn to the fascinating bits. That's for sure.
I'm the least fascinating person in the world.
What is your end game with the big top 10 foam board? Who are you trying to reach?
Nobody. I'm doing it for my. Did you even watch the video?
Oh, I watched it.
Then I
watched it.
And I explained in the video what the whole purpose was right at the start, so you couldn't have missed it.
What's number 10? That's up to you, my people.
That's not what I said, my people.
And then 9 to 1 is just shit that anyone else would want.
That's what I want.
It's what anyone would want.
No, it's not.
Number
What?
5, I want NES games. Oh, shit.
Anybody wants a Vectrix?
Yeah, we all want a Vectrex. Who doesn't want a Vectrex?
What are you talking about?
Who wouldn't want a Vectrex? I would love a Vectrex. That's not something that you just
When have
came
you
up with.
ever? When have you ever even played a Vectrex? Doesn't have any meaning to you.
No, it has no. I didn't know anyone who had one. I just think it's a really cool system.
And I did, and I liked playing it.
Well, we played it in the like a version of it with the Star Wars arcade cab, right?
Yes, you played a Vectrex, a
Maybe
vector
you didn't go to
you played a
arcades.
vector-based game. You didn't play a
Yes.
Vectrex.
No. And then when I finally seen one in action, how smooth and
Yeah, it was awesome.
beautiful it works.
And
Everyone
I can't
wants
find one. I can't find one.
You can find them anywhere.
I'm not paying full price.
$400. There's your number 1.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a hum.
Do you know what my number 3 is? I want some Atari games.
Yeah.
Any Atari games.
I want to focus on Atari too. Hey,
Well,
don't watch it. I don't make it for you. Unsub. Be doing me a favor. You fuck.
hey, I'm proud of you. Coming out of your shell. You wouldn't do it on our channel, which is astounding, but
Do it on your own channel.
I'm proud of you. No, that is our channel.
No, it's not. Told
Oh,
you
yeah.
repeatedly, I'm out.
Let's go over this again.
I've been out.
Your name is on the masthead.
I verbally released myself.
Where do you think this appears?
I can't fucking help it if you don't let me go.
If you don't let me go. Yeah, because you've got your own kingdom to rule over there, right?
Yeah, my fiefdom.
You have
It's
these
great.
major plans of how you're going to
It's
become
great.
famous.
I got the peasants and serfs rebelling. I got famine. I've got natural disasters coming, and I've got people invading from all sides.
All right. Well, before you get me upset any further,
Too late. You upset me.
Hey, I called this old white bald guys rule TV because I was watching what? You know, why is that?
Keep going.
Why is that funny to you?
Keep going.
Because I finally got to watch the Picard premiere and the Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David continues its brilliance, and you would love this season. I don't know why you're being.
I don't want to hear about it.
Such a dioc about it. You would love this season. And to follow up your thing about dating in later life, Larry's trying to wade through the waters of modern day dating in today's climate, as he says. And it was pretty brilliant. It was excellent. Did you finally watch the Picard?
I don't buy it because he's an old fuck. What's he care about dating?
What? What? What?
Why would Larry David care about dating?
He's a virile man.
I can't wait till this show's. This is the last season, right?
No one's saying that.
God damn
it's whenever he decides to do a season, he pumps out a season.
Die already.
Why don't you watch it? Are you afraid you're gonna laugh?
Just die.
No. Get Grey's Anatomy off. How about that one?
No.
I saw a promo for next week's episode. Ridiculous. As well as next week's Station 81 or whatever the hell it's called. A fireworks store has gone up in flames. Then they go and battle CG fireworks.
Oh, yeah,
that looks exciting.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous stuff. That's legit. No, I haven't watched Picard yet.
How could you not?
Because I haven't. Because I got to do shows like this.
We're waiting like 20 years for this.
This
for
is
him
my
to come
TV
back.
time, and I got to do this.
You've had all week.
I've been busy.
No, you haven't.
How do you know?
Come on.
Come on, what?
How about all of that time after you drop a kid off at school, all that time where it's spent you meandering around town? Any of that time?
No, that's like prime daytime where I'm not going to sit in front of a TV. Got to go to the gym. I got to do my stuff.
I had to cut out pieces of paper and tape them on a foam board.
I got to go eat multiple times.
Where did you get all the printouts?
Got to get a nap.
Where'd you get all the printouts for your foam board?
They came with it.
No. You had numbers and you typed everything out. I know you don't have a printer at home.
They came with it. They were already on the board when I found it in the garbage. Those are somebody else's top 10. So I just took them for myself. Way to ruin the magic behind the scenes.
It was so fascinating. Like my mind just couldn't stop imagining you at home.
Stop.
With scissors.
How is it fascinating?
You sitting at a desk with scissors and piece of paper going, "Root is number 10. I'm going to get them on that one." And then you're printing out little words and little numbers and sticking them on. You tell me that's not fascinating? What did you use? Was it glue stick or was it Elmer's? Was it tape? Was it all tape? Here's what was it? Breaking
glue.
news.
What else are you supposed to
use?
use?
Glue stick?
Glue.
What? It's stick form or liquid?
The dog's being a pain.
Hey,
go lay down.
You didn't get out a glue gun, did you?
Go.
Was it glue gun? Did you go glue gun? Surely that would have made a mess. Imagine the video watching him create this and then getting glue gun stuff all over the place and having to clean that up.
Here, hold on a second.
Man, can someone reenact that? Can someone who has a YouTube channel get a camera and reenact the Joe doing crafts for their channel?
I think he has to go pee.
That would make my day.
What?
Nothing.
So when are you going to go dating?
We're talking about Picard.
Are you still shaving your stuff? Keeping it clean?
Why haven't you watched Picard yet?
I told you I haven't had time. I answered that question already. Now people want to know waiting? Are you still Are you keeping it clean down there in case?
I don't think anyone wants to know.
Do you keep your twigs and berries clean on?
I keep myself in optimal shape all the time, except for right now. It's pretty wild right now.
You don't. So that's what I'm asking you. So you don't then?
Well, I don't do it every day like some maniacs.
I don't. I do it like once a week.
I don't do it even once a week. It just, whenever it starts to bug me, that's when the hedge trimmers come out. We were talking about your vanity. I don't have as big a vanity.
I just like looking at it. So you want to keep it clean, and you never know what can happen. Anyway, I think people should comment and tell Bill to get back on the dating scene.
I think, if someone wants to hook me up, go for it.
Fuck the hookup. Just do the online stuff.
That doesn't work, dude.
No, you've never tried it.
How do you know what I've tried and what I haven't tried?
Well, then you haven't tried the right one. You can't do the free shit. Don't even bother with that nonsense.
You got to be 26 years old and look like your YouTube thumbnail to attract any lures out there.
What? No, you can set the age of what you're looking for.
Oh, I should put my age at 26?
No, that's what you look for is 26 to 35.
That's what I look for. Yeah, 26. That'll work out great. This is a master.
Why don't you try that stuff, man? Why are you so lazy?
Let me tell you, Joe has had plenty of opportunity to hook a brother up, and he has not taken that opportunity. Plenty of times. I'm sitting waiting in the wings going, okay, so I'm going to get invited in here in a second into this conversation. Here I come. Nope. Nothing.
You can start your own conversations. I don't believe it. That's how lazy you are. You want me to do conversations for you.
It's like having Maverick as a wingman. You'll find yourself flying alone very quickly.
Not if you're Goose.
Okay, Mrs. Q Dog has a request for you. She has to go and do some dinner. She's requesting that this get published in a timely manner.
She's just listened to all of it.
Not all of it.
Mrs. Q, there's less than 12 minutes left.
Well,
I tell you what, Melissa,
thanks for stopping by.
Make me some extra leftovers and maybe I'll do it right away for you, Melissa.
No wrap-up show after tonight's episode, guys. Can't open it up for callers today. Joe's got us out late, working early tomorrow. So
Bill's going to have to wait another week to get more attention for himself.
If I was seeking attention, I wouldn't be in my underwear on YouTube.
If I didn't care, then what does it matter?
How many pull-ups do you do before you hit the record button?
Well, where am I doing pull-ups?
I don't know. Or is it that thing you do like Wolverine does where he doesn't drink water for 2 days or something before he gets in front of the camera so all the veins are popped out? Is that your method?
Yeah, I don't drink water for 2 days.
I know I got a scene coming up tomorrow.
My pee's brown. I'm so dehydrated.
Anyways, my thoughts on the Picard was...
But we're not off the dating thing yet.
It was great.
Why don't you try it?
It was good times.
Fine, Picard's good. Everyone said it's good.
There were seconds where I might have thought about cringing, but I was too happy in the moment to allow anything to bother me. And that's fine. That's allowed. You're allowed to do that.
When it comes to you, then yeah, it's fine.
You're allowed to do that. And let me tell you, the producers put in so many layers of Star Trek stuff in there that unless you watch it frame by frame, you're going to miss everything. But subconsciously, it's just wrapping you up in a warm comforter and making you feel good. But there's all kinds of little things in there, from music to little tiny things off to the side. All these little tiny tidbits they're slipping in there. And you're not going to catch them all. It's just adding to your subconscious. Your subconscious going, man, this feels familiar and feels like home.
All that's unnecessary. I just want a good story and good acting, good special effects.
Well, then don't do a Picard show. Do a something else show. I'm looking forward to seeing my captain. So that's what I want. If you want something without any nostalgia or any callback to it, watch something completely fresh.
He's the nostalgia. The show's called Picard. It's all him. What? You guys see him around? Food processor, give me my Earl Grey tea hot. Oh, yeah, he said it. Earl Grey tea hot.
Yes, and it was amazing because he old styled it. I'm not going to give anything away, but it was an amazing moment.
You fucking nerds. I just want a good story. That's all I want.
I don't know what to do with you because
that's all you need, a good story.
Yeah, we do need a good story, but we obviously want to relive the next gen feeling, or we wouldn't want.
I want to see what's happened after the next gen.
Then you don't need Picard.
Why not?
You don't know what you want. You're just being Mr. Fighty Pants.
No, I'm not. You are, because whatever I say is always the opposite for you. It always has been.
Because you're crazy.
We've agreed who's the crazy one. And it's not me. You've shown it. You've shown it on this show.
No.
You've shown it and people have heard it. I just don't bring it to light every time.
And listen, another reason why you got to publish these things, like we don't get a Lotus Corner because he's got nowhere to put his comments when you don't publish. So
listen, I spoke to him. He's all good.
You spoke to him.
I texted to him. Sorry.
You texted to him. Okay. Just publish.
You publish. Radio. You got nothing else to do.
That's your one thing. I look after the forums. I look after creating records. I look after setting up live events. I'm the...
What?
I get everything going.
There's nothing to get going. And no one cares about forums.
I get the ingredients and I mix them in a bowl. All you got to do is take it out of the oven. That's it.
What a cop-out.
That's all you got to do. Take it out of the oven. You're not even tagging a music track to it anymore, which is shocking.
No, because then I got to do it through GarageBand.
Well, Apple is amazing. I thought that would be an easy thing.
It uses up my time. That would be another 10 minutes of my time. If I have that time, then I got no problem to do it.
You've got that time.
But I'm getting harangued on all sides about publishing a show.
Harangued on all sides. You're the one making presentations with crystal boards. Okay?
My son got me motivated with all his projects I got to do in grade.
You're not supposed to do your son's projects.
Grade is he in now? Was he grade 2 or 3?
I'm just going to say that again. You're not supposed to be doing their projects.
I don't.
Stop doing it. It's like when you help them on video games and you get them past a certain level. How's that helping them? It's not. Because
I don't help them on video games.
Well, no, because you can't play video games. But that's the analogy.
No, I'm too busy.
Just stop. Let them make their own projects.
He does. Some things he can't do, though.
Then he shouldn't do it. Right?
All right.
You're faking it for him.
What time is it? 55. All right. By the time you finish wrapping this show up, it's time to go. Cue the wrap up. There's been 33 live comments, and I haven't checked out one of them yet. Oh my goodness!
Why would Tom Cruise bother with what his fans are saying?
Because it distracts me from the conversation.
It adds to the conversation.
No,
they're trying to become involved. All right, so that's this week's episode, brought to you live on YouTube via StreamYard.
Listen to it next week on iTunes when it finally gets published.
Yeah. No, Joe will get on it this time. I'm not even going to ask him this thing because whenever I ask him, then passive aggressive takes over and it adds days to it. So I'm going to try not to ask him to do it. If you guys ask him, seriously, you, the listeners, the STC army out there, if you actually DM him, he gets crazy, like self-aware of how he's affecting people and he will publish it. But if I ask him, he becomes passive aggressive. That's his way. So if you guys want it published and it's not there, just please reach out to him.
That's true. Reach out. If someone does DM me, I'll probably do it.
And hey, before I forget, I do want to say, did you check out Duke's latest episode on the Retro Nonsense YouTube channel?
Are you talking to me or the listeners?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You
are being serious?
Yes. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't been on YouTube all day.
You are a monster. That's all I can say.
When did he put it out?
Duke took the time to give us a quick tour of his game area, his room, his room away from everyone else.
Then I'll definitely be checking it out.
We got to see some new insights into the room. He has a whole other side, and I learned that his room is actually physically outside of the boundary of his house. So he has the ultimate in isolation from all of the familial drama.
All this time where he's been shooting his stuff has been outside of the house?
Well, yeah, I don't want to give anything away. I'm just saying it is physically...
He built himself a game shed
outside what you may think of as the house proper. So check that out over at Retro Nonsense. He gives a lovely tour as the gentleman he is. Check that out.
Looking forward to it.
And if you want to leave a comment about this, tomorrow at work, I will be opening up a thread at cartridgeclub.org in the forums for STCPod, where you can talk about this episode, although it won't even be published yet, so that's kind of weird. But, we'll see about that. You can follow us, me, Twitter at STCPod, and Joe at AC Decepticon. And he's got a new video, folks. I don't know if you heard. Check that out. You gotta please check that out. Please. And if you guys want to do reaction videos to it too, I would look forward to all of it. Let us all know what you think of it on Twitter, please.
Hey, just watch it. That's all I care about.
And he normally answers comments. Didn't answer my comment though today. Did not answer my comment.
On what? What did I just say 1 minute ago?
I don't know.
Haven't been on YouTube all day.
Oh, that is lies. I bet you if I went there right now, every single comment would be answered because yeah.
No comments were answered today.
Okay.
You maniac. Right. You psychopath.
Okay.
All right. I got to go.
Me too. It's bedtime, folks.
I'll see you in the morning. Bring me a coffee.
Don't you owe me? You can save that for the next day.
What?
Post it.